Welcome back to the Starter Podcast. I'm your host, Victor, along with the birthday boy,
Oh,
Mark Chevalier.
oh, that's true. It dropped some. Wow, I didn't realize that.
Look at that. How you
Yes,
doing,
it's
sir?
true.
How's it feel to be an
Doing
unk? How's it feel to be
Is
old?
that what happens when you turn 26?
Something like
Just
that.
instantly an
I don't know if this could also be the age because I already turned 26. I keep thinking I'm 27 and I'm not.
Okay,
I'm just jumping. I keep it like somebody asking my age. I'm like 26. I'm like I keep thinking I'm 27 or something.
Yeah, usually my thing is that I'll always remember that I'm the year younger. And you know what it is? It's usually when it's just close to my birthday. Because then that's when everybody keeps asking you, like, oh, how old are you and stuff like that. And then you always got to remember, like, wait, my birthday just passed. I am one more year older. So then I got to remember, okay, yeah, 26.
It was like the new year when you kept having when you were in school. And you kept having to write the year and everything.
The year before and you just get stuck. So hopefully it won't be like that.
Are there ever times where you just write the year, but it's not even like next year will be 2025. You used to write 2024. You ever done like 2018 or some shit?
It may have been like once.
There's a random time like, yo, am I good?
It might have been once. It was probably because I was thinking of something during that time. So then I ended up writing that. But not crazy, but definitely the year before I'll write that like crazy. Yeah. But yeah. But then again, it's just like, how often are you writing now?
Not now, but like back in the day, it was like constant.
But no,
I try to from time to time just to like make sure I'm still cool.
Because I just think about it. I'm like, man, usually that would happen because you're like in school and stuff like that.
You don't use it, you lose it. So I'm just like, especially my cursive. Some people don't know cursive, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. There's some letters I just kind of forget. But of course,
you have like some people
it's
have
the
their own
letters.
way.
It's the letters that I feel like make sense. Like, let me see. I'm trying to think of a letter that like seems very like a Z, a lowercase Z. It's so weird to me. Yeah. It's literally like it's so weird.
I feel like if you act like somebody, I saw somebody was like, yo, like somebody actually
how do you do an uppercase Z?
It's like the big ass joint.
Okay,
yeah.
It's the same thing. Just that's one thing. Some of them are like the same, just bigger, and then some they look completely different.
For me, it's like song lyrics or like prayers or like national anthem. Or like if you ask me on the spot, I'm not gonna be able to do it. But if like everybody's doing it in unison, I got it.
Like,
or like if I'm in the middle of writing, I could do it. But if you ask me, like, yo, draw a cursive K, I'm like, I know it's a little. It look like it reminds me of a balloon animal dog.
A lowercase or uppercase?
Lowercase.
Yeah, lowercase.
You know what I mean?
Sure,
yeah. What are we talking about? Anyway, I got you a gift, brother, for your birthday.
Oh, well, thank you.
So we'll do the unboxing on camera, and then we get into what we want to talk about. Get these cables out the way.
Unboxing. All right, guys, I'm unboxing.
The tissue got a little messed up on the way here, but it's all right.
You know what's funny? Like I was just talking to Emily about it. She was like, we were at the dollar store and she was really trying to focus on what tissue paper to get for gifts. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody care about that, John, bro. I promise you.
It's for you.
Yo, literally, people just toss it. Like,
yeah,
it's so funny. What the heck is this?
I purposely put everything upside down just to like add to the mystique.
My man, Captain Price, everybody. Got a controller holder, everybody.
Come welcome to the show.
Yeah, right. Welcome to the show, Captain.
And then I'm tired of your controller disconnecting while we playing zombies.
This is very true. Yes, it constantly disconnects. So this is a very big. I need this for sure. It's just it happens too often, man.
I was gonna get you a PlayStation 1, but it doesn't. PlayStation on PC doesn't like translate perfectly with all games, and I didn't want to get you an Xbox One because that's like sacrilege. So I got you one that was like.
I didn't want to put that on you.
So that one's still built for PC.
Gotcha.
And Switch and like everything else.
I can tell, yeah.
And it's wireless and you could plug it in. So
I like the wireless for sure.
Yeah, it's like a little Bluetooth thing.
That's what I figured. I'm like, you probably connect it through that.
A little receiver.
Hey.
And that's that's a charging base on there.
Awesome.
That bottom part.
Okay, so it charges.
And I gave you somewhere to put it on.
And you got my man's price. And it's not just for that, it's for the phone too. He holds everything.
Yeah. He's a talented man. You know what fucked me up one day? When I got this, I was like, wait, how? Oh, this man's British as fuck. Why was he in like the COD games, like helping America? And then I realized it was because like they were like in alliance at the time or some shit.
Yep. Let me put this away because I was trying to figure out where to put it. And I'm like, let me not cover the holes.
There you go. Take your time.
Don't worry, guys.
Just drop it. It's all right. It'll survive. Captain Price is tough.
Once you turn 26, you have a care for everything. Hey, what do you know? Finally, a recommendation that makes sense.
Y'all can't see it today because I forgot my tripod. So like we got RDC on the background for some reason. We had our video up first. Go check it out. There's a video.
I know.
It ain't out yet.
True.
But we got out the back rooms. You're going to see the footage soon. Most recent one is something we recorded from that session. And the next video, if not the following, will be out of there. So
Yeah,
I could finally change my Zoom background if we ever
I would
put
have
it back on
loved.
Zoom.
I would have loved to put the whole thing, but that job would have been an hour.
Yeah.
Because I realized as I was doing the pool, I was like, just the pool itself was like an hour. I was like, yo, I did not realize we were in this thing for so long. So I was like, let me just cut this down to like 30 minutes at least, and then I'll put that out.
It was like a half hour of us figuring out the water.
It was, and we thought way too hard.
Yeah,
and we realized, that makes sense. Then after that, you guys will see. So stay tuned for that.
So we finally out of there. We made it.
Yeah. Victor is so happy.
Listen, I did not want to take that game into 2025 at all.
We finally beat it. Honestly, I could have played that game for like another year.
I love it. It just pissed me off so bad that I looked at our first video. It was 7 months ago.
Yeah,
I'm like, why aren't we done? This is the longest running series we've had.
That's true.
That's like a continuous story.
I feel like though, honestly, if we would have had just focused on it, like that would have been the only game we played. We would have got it done. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe like 2-3 months. We probably would have beat the whole thing.
But we didn't want to bore y'all. Variety. True. ETC. It's in the name, people.
They would have been like, dang man, they still on the same game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we out. Ricky gonna be happy about that because he was like, "Yo, y'all still in the background."
Yeah.
It was also his birthday a couple days ago, so happy birthday to Ricky.
Yep, a couple days
ago. Thanksgiving's passed. Ate a lot. Almost done my leftovers. I've been going crazy.
See, I don't really have any more leftovers because I realized you only have a lot of leftovers if you're the host.
Yeah.
If you're not, leftovers.
We always host.
I haven't hosted in forever, so never have leftovers.
And even then, like my mom be like giving out a lot, and I'd be like, "Yo, chill, like I want to eat that." Because she gave out a lot, and then there's still a lot left, and I'm eating it.
Generous, but relax.
Yeah. So our fridge is looking normal again.
Nice. But, did your grandma have her famous cranberries?
Of course, bro. We
had so funny.
We had it later. We got the can just for her. We got her a can. And she pulled up with her own can.
she already knows. She's like, they don't like it, but I do. So.
Yes, but even though she know we got her, and I opened it for her, I put it on a nice little plate, cut it up. She didn't even touch it.
I think she's getting tired of it. She's getting tired.
We all finished our dinner, and my grandfather was like, "Yo, you didn't even touch your cranberry." She was like, "I eat it later when I get home."
He's like, "You bought this just for you." We was sitting in line for that thing.
We had like this because we was laughing too. That like we were talking and laughing way too much, and then we got to the end of the meal, and she was like, "I forgot about that shit. I eat it when I get home." But yeah, she had it. She does.
It's so funny because I was talking to Emily about it, and I think she also brought up the question. She was like, she's like, "Do you eat that?" And I was like, "No."
He was like, "I know one person."
I know who does, bro. And I told her about your grandma, bro. Oh man,
she the only one that, bro. It's funny too, cause like that's the like I've only ever seen her like it's like the can jar. Like some people make it legit like on their own. Like they get real
how you even do that.
You make it to like a syrup. You get like some sugar and some water and some and the cranberries.
Because isn't
not the jelly. Because the jelly is because it's in a can, but there's people that make it like homemade and it's like a nice like syrup.
That's how I only know about it. Like I see usually people when they have like you said like it's cut up because it's from the can.
Yeah.
So then it literally looks like perfect, just like jelly. So that's the only way I've ever really seen it. I'm always thinking like, how do they get that joint like perfect like that all the time?
I mean, I'm sure if you like the homemade kind, if you just blended it up and let it sit, it'd probably be the same idea. But yeah, some people like with little bits of cranberry and whatnot. But
so I'm gonna ask you, what was your plate looking like?
Same as usual, man. You know how it goes. Stuffing. I know you like the stuffing.
I love stuffing. Was it like a Puerto Rican?
It always, my family.
I just didn't know because sometimes people like because they eat it so regular, like that type of stuff. They're like, oh, let's try to like get some stuff that's not on the usual menu.
My family is as Puerto Rican as it get, bro. You know that shit don't change.
So is Emily's, like, because like I asked her about that too, and she's like, oh, we don't ever usually eat like mashed potatoes or.
That's one thing that I was like, yo, we ain't have no potatoes this year.
Yeah, so there's like certain stuff where she's like, no mashed potatoes, no some other stuff too, but the usual like it's the usual for her. And the usual for people on Thanksgiving it's so different,
This year was a little different for us because like everybody worked. Like my mom and sister both had like late shifts scheduled. I was working, and then my grandparents came with my brother. So like we had meal prepped everything like a day before, and then like I worked from home, but like I like made sure everything was cool.
Yeah.
But then my mom ended up not having to work, but my sister was there. So like everybody's schedule was all over the place. So we ate mad late.
What was your dad doing?
He was home. He was helping out. He actually stepped out to go see his mom.
Oh, okay.
And so, like see how they were doing and stuff, and then came back. We all ate and whatnot.
He said, "I don't know about y'all, but I'm chilling."
Yeah, the one day out of the year, like that man be working 24/7. But yeah, so the usual. My mom made her ham.
Nice.
We had some sweet potato. We had turkey. We had mac. We made like this, the Texas Roadhouse rolls with the cinnamon butter. We made that as our bread this year.
Nice.
Gas, rice.
Nice. Okay.
My brother's girl came through with the banana pudding with the little chessman cookies in there.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
That's
you feel it. You feel it.
How
about you? How about you?
Mine, I feel like mine was like the traditional Thanksgiving, but like there was some Puerto Rican stuff. Like we had some rice. I think that was it actually. I don't know why I'm capping. I think it was just rice as far as like the Puerto Rican.
Oh, I was about to say, like, y'all just had just rice.
No, not just rice. But as far as the Puerto Rican stuff, like I think it was just rice. And then we had some chicken, some ham, some turkey. We had sweet potato. We had collard greens, mashed potatoes, stuffing, and we had potato salad.
We did have potato salad.
I love potato salad. Mac. I feel like there's something else and I'm missing it.
Desserts,
we had like apple pie, pumpkin pie. Apple pie, pumpkin pie. I think some different, another one. And then we had like from the store, just like it was like a variety of like small like cheesecakes.
Yeah. We went from, I feel like in my house, we went from having like little dessert to like way too much in like a span of like seconds. Cause I went to Crumble. Crumble had like pies this week instead of cookies. So I got a bunch of mini pies and they were fire. And then my grandmother pulled up with a cheesecake. And then my dad pulled up from my grandmother's house with a flan. Then my mom bought a cake. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. All the banana pudding was also there.
Yeah, that's a lot of desserts for sure.
Yeah.
It's good though. I feel like if you have a lot of desserts though, it should be something where like you try to like cook as early as possible. That way you can have room for that.
Yeah.
Then you can have time to just sit down, do whatever you need to do, relax, and then get dessert.
Yeah.
But if you have too many desserts and then you eat kind of late, it's just like, dang, I don't know when I'm gonna fit this in. That's when you start taking it home. You're like, I'll eat this a different day.
Yeah, that's how. Like I was texting the group chat. I was like, yo, like don't make the rookie mistake. Be like, oh, I'm not gonna eat all day.
Yeah.
And then you eat the food and you fall off of one plate. I'm like, make sure you eat early. It's a rookie mistake to not eat. And that's what happened. Everybody was eating and stuff. I ate my plate. I had dessert. And then I was like, yo, I'm cooked. I ate a big ass plate. And then I was like, you know what? I'm pushing it, but I'm going to touch the dessert because I don't want it to like not get attention. That's
true. Yeah.
And then I came back later in the evening and I ate a second plate.
Yeah, that's what happens. It's like it gets kind of close to late at night, probably like 8 o'clock. You're like, yo. In
my house, I'm like, for lack of a better term, like I'm just like the garbage disposal, where it's just like I'm a help keep the fridge empty. I'm a help like leftovers. That's my shit.
It's like there's too much stuff in the fridge.
Yeah, dead ass. Like it was just like
coming
because nobody in my house will like reheat some shit unless they really really like it. They won't.
That's funny.
Like after the first meal, that's it. So I'm just eating leftovers.
That's actually interesting because I'm the same way, I would say, where Emily's like that, where she doesn't eat leftovers. She's like, I don't like eating leftovers. And I'm like, bro,
tripping. This is another meal.
Exactly. Like this
less
is something
cooking.
You don't gotta cook. You don't gotta go out or eat or order. Like, you don't gotta use money. Like it's literally
is meal prep, baby.
Exactly. I'm like, how could you not, man?
Yeah. So if there's anything in there where it's just like it's been sitting there for a day or something, I'm like, if you're not gonna touch it, you're taking up the space. So I'm gonna make space.
Yeah. So I'm the same way though.
Yeah. But good Thanksgiving. Now it's finally time for Mariah Carey to defrost. I purposely
she
waited.
Was already. Like,
I didn't hear her at all for real. Like
really?
I heard the jokes, but I didn't hear her. Maybe I wasn't in enough department stores.
Yeah, I've been hearing it already.
But I was like, I'm gonna wait and hold on until December 29th to play any Christmas music. Because I was like, once Thanksgiving's done, or on November 29th.
I was like, dang, bro. No. It's past Christmas. And you still said I'm not listening to music.
No, after Thanksgiving at midnight, I was like, all right, now I'm gonna unleash the Christmas music. And now I've been listening to it. But I was like, I don't want to get tired of it too early. So I haven't really seen much.
I'm not even. So I was listening to some music. I just didn't want to watch any like movies and stuff like that. So I stayed away from it. I know Emily was telling me, she's like, oh yeah, you want to start watching? I'm like, no. I'm like, it's a little, she's like, is it too early? I was like, yes. It's too early. Like relax. It's okay. Cause like, I get it. Like, you know, you want to get prepared for it. And, you know, like, I'm not going to lie. I appreciate Thanksgiving, but to me, it's like, I'm starting to like, not even think of it as a holiday just because like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, it gets ruled over so much now by Christmas, which sucks. Yeah. Because I don't like when Christmas tries to come too early.
It's like we're preparing for Halloween in August.
Yeah.
And then it's like, by then it's like, all right, it's over. Spooky season.
Yeah. And then I think for me, it's like, the reason why I'm starting to not think of it as a holiday so much is because like people just associate Thanksgiving with just Black Friday now. So it's
and that Black Friday's been a whole month for years now.
Yeah, and everybody
Thanksgiving is about the white man taking advantage of the natives. Okay.
Yes. So I think that's why I just don't really care for Thanksgiving as much. Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate the family time and the food. Like, you know, that's the one time a year everybody gets to like come together, either create their own thing and like you have foods you don't normally have on a regular basis. But I'm just like, man, it's not that. It's not the same anymore. So I'm like, whatever.
But you know what? If you don't make it special, it's not going to be special, Mark. You know, that's one of them things. You gotta do it up. That's the only difference maker. It's like we're not meeting together as families anymore. After we're losing recipes. You gotta make it special.
That's kind of what it is. Yeah.
If you don't make it exciting, it's not going to be exciting.
You're right, and I think we're also like. You start to realize because I think a lot of it stems from like things not being how it used to be.
Exactly.
And I think
not making it special, Mark.
But it's also like we get older, so I think that's also another thing too.
I still got that
boyish joy. I do too. But it's just like everybody else. Like it. You know, everybody else. It's like because I come over, I'm like, okay, cool, we're gonna eat, we're gonna have fun. But me, you know me, I'm like, I'm trying to play games, whether it's board games or something like on the Switch. Everybody go play. I'm like, I'm trying to make it like lively, you know. But then everybody's just like, I just want to watch a movie, just sit on the couch. I'm like,
all right, cool. And then they're like, well, why doesn't it feel cool? It's because you're not making it a big deal, bro. That's why Christmas, I think about Christmas all fucking year. I be having gifts and ideas lined up for all of y'all so early because I'm like, yo, this shit is a big deal. Because if you don't make it a big deal, it's not gonna be a big deal.
No, I agree. And
or birthdays or Halloween or things. Now they're doing trunk or treat bullshit. You gotta make it a big deal. If not, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna dwindle away. Now look at where we are. Everybody stays home. People are forgetting how to make shit. I've seen some of y'all plays this year. Y'all gotta hop on TikTok or YouTube tutorials because the shit was looking burnt and dry. Okay. And that's for somebody who doesn't cook every fucking day, but I know how to make some food, okay? So if you're not focusing, putting love into it, talk to your grandmothers. They know how to make it. They're getting older. So you're gonna start losing the recipes. As soon as they can't lift things up anymore and things are getting more difficult, they start forgetting things. You gotta pass them down.
Yeah.
Ask your mothers and your aunties. The unks, how to carve a turkey. It's for the fellas too. You gotta carry the mantle. How are you carrying the mantle, Mark?
Hey man, I'm trying to be present. You know, I think that's the best part about it.
What happened to us grabbing a football and going to some leaves with the children?
That's
what happened to family football games?
That's actually I see like on some Instagram, some guys are like playing football, and I was like. In my head, I was like, I forgot that's a thing. Like on Thanksgiving, you know,
turkey trots. I just heard of that. I didn't know that was a thing.
What is a turkey trot?
Some families go on like 5Ks and 10Ks on Halloween morning to like walk it off, or they go for a family walk after they eat.
I know there was like something recently, but I don't think it was for that.
It's not like an event. It's like some things that people do.
Okay.
What else?
I've never heard of that.
I saw some uncles racing like 60+ years old. They tearing their hammies and whatnot.
That's interesting.
Also, the NFL games this year sucked. NFL football is a big part of like Thanksgiving here.
Yeah.
And the game sucked.
I heard that the teams that were playing and I was like, this isn't interesting.
And none of them, I was like, either the Lions were the best team that were prior there. The rest of they all sucked. We had Giants, Cowboys, and neither of their quarterbacks were out there. They should have flexed the damn game.
Yeah.
We're losing recipes, man. So that's all the things that make it special going away.
Yeah. I was telling myself that like whenever I finally get my own like house, when it comes around to the holidays, I definitely want to be that house, that person that like does like the holiday games, like you see like the type of games and stuff they do. Because I'm like, bro, them Jones look so funny. Like the Jones where you're blindfolded, but you got to like scoop up
like the dollars or whatever, or the ones where you slice it across the table.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna do all that stuff because it just seems fun. It's something to do, and it's not the usual. Like, let's go and play like a bingo game or something. The old people do.
I was watching what was it? I was watching somebody play the game. Was it Liar's Bar or whatever? That one game where it's like you're playing cards. But if you like get caught, you have to shoot yourself. I was like, that's low key be like a real fun like real life drinking game. Like you just have like cards and it's like, have you seen the game be played before?
Yeah.
Or just like, like it's a king's table. So like, and if you get caught, if you're lying, you actually have to take a shot.
Yeah.
Not like shoot yourself, but like take a shot of alcohol.
Yeah.
And then you could like probably spin the wheels like, because it's not guaranteed you get shot.
Yeah. That's
so, like, that'd be cool. Like got some eggnog. Coquito. Play the game, have some fun.
No, yeah, that would
but
be cool.
That's another thing too. Is like, who wants to be the host anymore?
I would not.
It's expensive as shit. You got to tend to everybody. You end up exhausted. You got to do the cleanup. People not throwing house parties, family getting like.
I mean,
it's a big ask.
Care. I wouldn't care, to be honest for you.
You would say that for like one time, then it's like, yo, I gotta do this every year. Ain't nobody helping. People come empty-handed with empty stomachs.
That's why you gotta let them know before they get there.
Yeah,
you're not coming unless you bring us something.
Yeah. You got, it's hard to be the host because like in my head, like, yo, I get my own place. Everybody coming over. Then it's like, all right, do I really want one of these people in my house?
Well, yeah, that's also why you pick and choose exactly who's coming to your house. The people you know that are gonna help and stuff like that. You ain't bringing the guy who's just like, yeah, like I'm gonna show up. I forgot it, man.
Yeah, I forgot everything.
I'll bring it next time.
He gets too drunk, starts arguing with people, starts yelling outside. He's pissing out the window. That's why it's like, why? This is why we don't invite Stan anymore.
Yeah, and that's why he doesn't come.
Yeah, holidays, man. Now Christmas coming up, New Year's coming up.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good time. Good end of the year.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. I'm excited for this Christmas.
Same.
Christmas time.
I mean, speaking of giving thanks, has nothing to do with giving thanks.
Oh my God.
This whole, have you listened to the new Kendrick album?
I haven't.
Have you seen the drop? What?
I haven't. But like I've seen some stuff about it though and everything like that. And people are saying like it's, what did I see? It was, is that Kendrick is keeping something from one of like the billboards? It's not like the ranking. It was something.
Oh, it was like at the time of it came out, I think it's like 9 songs total now. All 9 of them were like on the top 9 or top 12. I think it was 12 songs. It was like literally all his songs were the top billboard. But yeah, I mean,
it's all people have been loving it.
Yeah, the album's solid. I like it. I feel like the drama around the rap beef of him and Drake is like boosting it a little bit more than it actually is. Like I feel like the drama is feeding more into it than the actual album artwork itself. Because I think it's a great album. I've listened to it front to back like 10 times. Like I love it. It's great. I'm gonna listen to it going forward. But, and I said this to Q, and I warned him before I said it because I know he was gonna get tight. I was like, hear me out. And this is only in respect to how great Kendrick is. This might be his worst album, if not second to last worst album.
I know where you're gonna go with this.
Cause, I mean, you haven't listened to it yet, but if you were to listen to it, and it's been out for like a week or so now, and I like it, but I don't see it significantly growing on me to the extent that it's gonna change my mind on this. Where it's better than Good Kid, Mad City, Good To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, Section 80, like all his other projects. The only one that I was like, and me personally, I think it's underrated album is Untitled Unmastered, the green one with like no fucking titles or nothing. I was like, yeah, well, that's To Pimp a Butterfly. That's right, yeah. But that was the same era. But I was just like, maybe you can argue that, but I still don't think so. But I was like, unless you want to maybe go far back with Overly Dedicated and say that one's better, that GNX is better than that. But even for me, maybe it's a nostalgia thing, but I still think that one's better. But it's not me saying that the album's ass. I'm just saying his other shit is so great that I think that it might be his worst, if not close to being his worst. And I think that people are hyping it up because there's some viral songs on there and some songs that are really, really good. Like I love Luther. I love The Heart Part 6. I love Squabble Up. I forget the name of the other one where he was like, oh, I've been singing it since literally before we started recording. I couldn't stop singing it. I was like, all I ever wanted was a Black Grand National. Fuck being rational. That's another song, and I forget the title of it, but that's another one that's great. So there's good songs on there, but I think the drama is heightening it up higher than the actual artwork in and of itself is.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I know you're probably going with this, where it's like the only reason why it's like doing so well, and not to say that he doesn't have no credit for it doing well or that it's not a great song. But it is probably getting just a little bit more significant, like, attention to it just because of all the beef around it. Like, people are probably looking at it and thinking like, oh, it's still not over yet. Like, let's tune in, guys, so we can like see like what he's gonna say next about it. Meanwhile, it's like, I mean, since you listened to it, was there stuff still surrounding the beef or
not directly? Like he doesn't mention Drake at all, really directly or any type of way. I just
wasn't sure if it
only thing that he like outwardly says is about him doing the Super Bowl and like Lil Wayne being upset about it. And he didn't send any shots at Lil Wayne, but he was just kind of thinking about the fact he's like, I've always looked up to Wayne. I worked so hard to be like on his level, if not surpass him. And now that I've seen so much success, it got to a point where like Lil Wayne kind of was felt some type of way about his success, and that upset him. Where he's just kind of like, yo, like, I get the chance to do this big thing, and one of the guys that I look up to that I was hoping was going to be like, yo, congratulations, is being kind of bitter about it. And then when he mentioned that, Lil Wayne was like, oh, like, why you bringing me up? I didn't even say nothing. The whole time he like said a bunch of shit about it, which is like, as somebody who's like, Lil Wayne's like my favorite, if not one of my favorite rappers, it's kind of annoying to see, because like, bro, like, you did kind of say some shit on it.
You did speak. There's no reason why to try to like change this up.
There was not a single party that was like, yo, like, congratulations to Kendrick, or like in defense, because everybody at the time that Kendrick got announced, everybody's like, yo, like, it's in Louisiana, it's in New Orleans, why do you not have Wayne doing it?
Yeah.
And there was not a part of him that was like, yo, like, as much as I would have loved to have done it, Kendrick is gonna do an amazing job, like, congratulations on this amazing achievement for him. He never did any of that. And some people were mentioning like the idea that I saw somebody say it on TikTok, where it's just like, oh, like, Tyler Creator's album, I don't know if you've listened to that one either, Cornucopia.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He was just like, oh, like, Cornucopia was supposed to be like, it seemed like it was going to be basically a shoe-in for next year's like album of the year or hip hop album of the year. And then Kendrick dropped GNX. I'm like, those two, like, I love both of these artists, but that GNX is not on the same level of Cornucopia in any way, sense, or form for like what it created. I will say, Tyler Creator's Cornucopia is like Kendrick's Mr. Morale, his previous album, where it was just kind of like being very open about his life and like things he's been growing on. It's a similar type of idea. So I'll give credit where credit is due. But if you're comparing these two albums, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think that Drake beef is like heavily pushing a lot of the narrative. And now Drake is suing Universal Music Group for saying that like basically they boosted his numbers to make it seem bigger than it actually was. As if the entire world, every block, every single thing was not playing, not like us, like it was crack.
He's just being bitter and a sore loser about it.
Yeah,
at this point
on XQC stream.
Yeah, he was saying
Steve Lacy's his soft op.
Yeah, soft op,
whatever like the fuck that means.
Yeah, you know Drake. And I would think when I saw that, I was just like, why do you always have to say things like just? Like I don't know. I'm just like, just say things how they are. Why do you
making
always
it worse for yourself?
Why do you always gotta like try to like say it in a way where you try to make it trendy? I just feel like everything that comes out of Drake's mouth, it's like he's looking for it to be trendy, kind of like dripping. Like I feel like he's always trying to do it. When it doesn't catch on, I feel like he finds another thing to say. But I was just like, bro, why are you now trying to like sue? I'm like, at this point, it almost seems like, again, like you're a sore loser. You're mad that he's getting more attention to you than you. So you're trying to like basically lower or do something to him so that way he can. I mean, I don't think it's directly towards him, because it would be, what you call it, UMG, you know, that would get sued in Spotify. I don't think it would be directly to Kendrick.
Technically, I think I don't know if. Yeah, you might be right in that. I don't
know. Because the only names I saw were them two, which is Spotify and YouTube. So I don't know directly if it would be, because I don't think Kendrick really has any. Like, yeah, he made the song, but it wasn't him that, you know, made it go up. It was all the, you know, people listening and all that stuff.
Yeah. But he's claiming that it was like Kendrick intentionally told UMG to boost the numbers and make it a bigger hit than it was. But then in a court case, you kind of have to like pull up everything.
Yeah.
Like anytime there's an investigation for anything, like especially like the Diddy case, is like they have to go down a full line of like history of like they have to look at every single detail, which is why these things take so long. Somebody mentions like when you're doing that with Spotify and UMG, they have to be investigated thoroughly in that sense, and those things also have to be released publicly. So if there's anything that Drake has done in the same light, it's gonna come out as well. And people are saying that it's already come out that like he did the same thing for Hotline Bling. So it's like already backfiring.
Oh, there you go.
And now he went on SQC stream. He has like a bald spot now because of his braids, and everybody's bringing up Kendrick, being like, "What is it? The braids?" And it's just all that shit. The entire world is writing mustard everywhere. Heinz, every major brand you could think of, the Eagle, like everything. Everyone is hopping on this trend. Obviously, it's just social media users, like editors and influencers, like hopping on it. But like major brands and everybody's tying into this whole mustard thing. And now it's just like you're making it worse, brother.
Yeah.
DJ Mustard's loving it.
Yep.
The song's like, doing great. The album's doing great
for me.
Yeah. It was said because of him. It came from the album.
Yeah.
Where he's just yelling that shit out. So it's just interesting to see, man. It's like, and what's fucked up is like Kendrick just keeps going. I sent it to Q that I looked in our group chat when this was all happening, when we first were all together listening to Not Like Us, and I wrote in the group chat, I was like, yo, Like, where does he go from here? Because then it was around the time when he was doing that live Twitch thing, that concert. And I was like, he's going to come out with a whole album being a diss. And then he came out with GNX. And this is basically just furthering on like this whole rap beef shit. Now he's going to do the Super Bowl. And then he just keeps putting a nail in the coffin in this man's like reputation for Drake. Because legitimately, I hate, like, not that I hate it, but it's just like, so crazy to me that this rap beef has like tainted him to this extent. Like there was a point in time where you thought Drake was untouchable. And then you saw Pusha T expose his son, and like that was the whole thing.
The thing that I always realized is that I never thought that Drake was untouchable. I thought he was untouchable in the sense of like nobody could really like make trendy music the way he does. Nobody can really like set a tone for like, oh, no matter what, like when you walk into a party, you're always going to hear a Drake song. Like that's kind of where I thought about it. But when you really think about like, oh, is he gonna be like a quote unquote like better lyricist?
No,
or,
but
I always knew at that point, I was like, I know he's not untouchable that way. Also knowing that like he's not hard. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's why it's like, yeah, I thought music wise, yeah, he might be untouchable there. But as far as just like as a person, all that like that, I'm like, if he ever tries to seem like somebody he's not, which is the case all the time, I'm like, I know he's always going to lose in that aspect because as soon as someone like raises their voice at him, I feel like he's just like, oh, okay, chill.
I was only playing.
I was only joking, man.
No, but when I say untouchable, I mean like not this. He was like better than anybody else in that sense. Like has a lot of great music. I'm not gonna say he's not good. I meant untouchable in the sense where like anybody would admit that he got killed. Because like it seemed like there was a point where he could do no wrong.
Yeah.
Like I don't think anybody, even if it was like bar for bar, I don't think anybody would admit like, oh, this person killed Drake in a rap, even if it was true or not.
Yeah.
Which is like why I said when Pusha T did it, where he like dropped about the shit about his son, everybody's like, yo, like this man's like exposed. He's vulnerable. He can be touched. And especially he wasn't somebody like Pusha T has a great rap career, but he's not on the level of Kendrick in terms of popularity. So to see somebody that like wasn't even in the same like conversation as Drake take him down. Like everybody's like sees clear as day. Is like, yo, like Pusha T got that. Meek Mill tried it, got washed. It was never the same. Now he's at Diddy parties. And he's still shouting about the same shit on Twitter, being like, yo, like I'm on some street shit.
Shouting,
like, bro,
of course, because that's all.
You're at Ruben White parties. No, you're not. What was I gonna say? Damn it. But yeah, it may seem like he was untouchable. And the point what I was trying to make is like now that happened with Pusha T, now it's happened with Kendrick, which like I feel like it's been probably on document from when we started this shit. We've said like Kendrick or J. Cole like would body him in any sense. He's just more a popularity contest.
Yeah.
But now after this beef where you see how badly he's gotten beaten for this, literally this entire year, it's hurt the way that I listen to his music. Like I listen to it now, I'm just like, what happened to you?
But like, can I back you up now? It's like
so much shit has come up. You just got slaughtered. You haven't responded in a strong way at all. I don't know if
I don't think he can, and I feel like if he tried to, he knows there's still going to be something even more coming back.
Yeah.
Like he knows that if he says something like this, things gonna come back. But in his head, he really wishes that like if he said something, it would just be done. Like he'll think like, okay, Kendrick would just not respond. And
he's like, you'll never. Kendrick's like, you'll never get the last word.
Exactly.
I have 8 other raps ready if you want to do this right now.
Exactly. Which I feel like Drake wishes that wasn't a thing, but it's like, yeah, he knows with Kendrick he can't have the last word, so that's why he's not coming out with anything.
It's like you picked a fight with a D1 all-pro crash out and it's not gonna end.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it's literally like even now I was listening to Lord Knows on the way here and I'm just like, yo, it just don't hit the same. Like this
and at that point, it was because at that point, like, yeah, Drake was untouchable.
He was at a point where it's like he could do no wrong.
Yeah.
And that was just tainted everything because he hasn't come. It's like, yo, get up, swing back.
Yeah, and I think it's also
just keeps like spitting on him. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, and it's really also the fact that there's over time, there's just the generation of music is starting to change, and you can see that. And I think this is just a generation where just Drake is just not.
Yeah, he's phasing out, but he should have bowed out himself.
Oh, of course, but he's trying to be young
albums,
and hip still, and it's like every album just sounds like you're at like a techno party.
Yeah, it's like the same. Like it was like 8 albums. Like he was dropping too frequently, and it just wasn't thought well enough into. And it's like I'm not gonna say that it's like technically speaking bad music, because if somebody else were to drop the same shit, like, oh, this is solid. But it's because it's Drake. It's like we've heard this so many times. It's like you gotta evolve a little bit.
Yeah. And I think we all agree that like Drake just doesn't rap enough. It's like he's starting and then he's just like, no. I'll back up.
Yeah, it's time. It's been time. He overstayed his way. He need that's. I think we said this before. It was like he just kind of needs to phase out, do his thing, be like a music like management person, have his other artists pop up, and then like once a year pop up on a feature and like give it his best feature and be like, yo, like he still got it. But like to be sticking around like as if you're still the main guy and not leave room for the next guys to come up, it's like,
yeah, being selfish in that sense. Yeah.
And then J. Cole being annoying, being like, oh, like we're all friends, right? Like, and that's somebody that I'm a huge fan of, and it's just like his whole play in the beat is like, yo, just back out. You backed out, just stay that way.
Yeah.
You try to pull like the whole like, oh yeah, you know, we all cool, right? No, Jermaine. No, drop the fall off and bow out like we all thought you would. Now he's dropping podcasts. Somebody probably paid him for, I don't know. It's getting upsetting. We're getting old. We're all bowing out. So, but not at all.
Another note, something that just finished was Kai's stream.
Oh yeah, that I wanted to touch on that briefly because that was kind of weird. That whole magician thing.
That yes, it was weird, and it like plays a like part on both sides, but not as much on Kai. But it's just like it sucked that it happened. Yeah. At the end of the day, it sucks that it happened. And he obviously, I want to say, didn't know that was going to happen. Of course, because like if you're a magician, you're obviously not giving away what's going to happen at the end, your end result. And at that point, like if he knew it happened, I'm sure he wouldn't have went through with it. So
then, like in terms of being on Twitch, that was like very dangerous.
No, it
could have ruined the whole thing.
Exactly. And he was saying it countless times, like he was just like not sure. He was worried that he was just going to get banned. Like all of it was just going to go. Like it was just going to ruin everything. And you could tell too, like during it, he was just like, well, everybody was still around trying to like ease it away, like act like it didn't happen. He's just, you could see him stressing, like, bro, like this joint really bad. And one bull was like, bro, at this point, I was like, I don't know who it was. I want to say I hope it was somebody who wasn't really like he's that close to, but I think they went back inside and I think they were like saying like, they want to take a shot or something. I don't know what it was. And Kyle was just like, bro, someone just died. And he was just like, he was like, I don't give a. And I was like, bro, get that man out of here. There's no way, bro. I was like, get him out of here. It's talking like, bro, someone just died. Why are you talking about getting like taking a shot and stuff? Like, it's just weird. But yeah,
for y'all that don't know, what happened was there was a magician on the show. He had it on the stream, and his last trick was like Kai decided like what would happen when he pulled a lever. And the magician basically like was about to hang himself on stream for like a couple seconds. But
no, yeah, that whole thing and like what happened there was just like terrible. But other than that, it was just really exciting to see him do his whole Mafia-thon and just see how he put it together. How he had countless guests.
Dashy.
Yeah.
Fucking Drewski and Kevin Hart. Bro. Kyrie Irving pulled up. Yeah. Chris Brown pulled up. Yep. Sexy Red was on there.
SZA was on there with Lizzo. I want to touch on that a little bit.
What's up?
SZA is such like, I don't know. What? Her personality is very confusing.
What do you mean?
Very weird. Because she just seemed like as if she was super uncomfortable being there. Mm-hmm. But yet I was seeing a TikTok and it made sense because at first I didn't know what to say. Like I couldn't figure out how I wanted to explain like the way like she was acting. But it made sense when I watched TikTok and the girl was just saying like, it just seemed like she felt uncomfortable, yet she wanted to like go and do the stream. Mm-hmm. But yet she was like very uncomfortable with like being on the stream and like talking about stuff. Yeah. And it was like, well, that was like the whole point of it. Like, if you're going to be here, it's like he's having you as a guest so he can like entertain the people that are watching, ask you stuff, do stuff. But then it just seemed like with everything happening, she was always just like, I don't know, I don't want to leave. And it's just like, he's like, and he like, even Kai said it before to his chat and to her, he was like, I really want to make sure she's as comfortable as possible.
Because she already made it, she already made it known that she don't want to be there before.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like, I'm trying to make it comfortable possible. But it was just that idea was like, well, if you really just don't feel like you're comfortable, like just don't show up. It's cool. Yeah. Like, you know, like we can get somebody else or we can just do something privately, who knows? But that was just the one thing. I was just like, it sucks that he had to like kind of like almost step on like nails almost because like it was just the way she was being. But
I also thought we didn't fuck with Lizzo no more. and Chris Brown. But
wait, what?
I thought we were like all were like cool off of Lizzo because she like was doing like sex cult weird shit to her like dancers and whatnot. Not sex cult, but she was like, oh, like you have to be like a part, like you have to be a part of this religion or some shit to like weird. Yeah. But
anyway,
SZA has been known to like she's diagnosed bipolar and like anxiety disorders and all this other shit. So like she was already probably stressed out about everything. And she's also been this also could tie into the bipolar, but she's been called out a bunch of times for like basically being a compulsive liar, like for no reason. Wow. But that could also tie into the bipolar disorder. Probably. But she has like a lot of mental health issues, like situations going on. So that's ties into a lot of it. She's probably pushing herself to like do something different and probably stressed out the whole time. I only seen clips of like her and Lizzo like making jokes about Kai or like people were like thirsting over her, so it's just like the usual. But I didn't see like I didn't see the stuff that you saw, I guess.
Yeah, it was just like I didn't really see as much of it, but it was just like you can tell that she was just super uncomfortable. Yeah. Like every little scene that it was, and I was just like, dang, like because I know Kai's just trying to make it entertaining, but it's hard when it's like somebody's constantly just like, oh no, and then walking away or like being like, I want to leave, and you're just like, I don't know what to do. It's like it's weird. But anyway. Yeah, a lot of other guests, Quavo, all these other people.
Yeah, it's crazy. Got that much pull to
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye was on there. Yeah. Fucking Nardwar was on there, bro.
Nardwar was on there. Showed up and just popped in. Yeah, it is just insane. All to say, like, it's just great to see somebody.
Miles.
Yeah, great.
Spider-Man Miles.
Yeah, great to see somebody, especially of color, do that and just like take something from nothing and just kind of like almost literally make it into iCarly in that sense and just like literally give us that.
Somebody made this comparison. I was like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it because we got to the extent because we talked about it before where it's like being on his stream is basically like part of people's marketing / album rollouts. So like if somebody dropping an album, they'll be on there. And he was just like, he's literally turned into like internet Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel because these people pop on like this literally the same things that happen on TV. These people go on to Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel.
It's just a more looser experience.
Yeah, and promote their movie or film. And it's the same thing there. They go into his room, sit in a chair, talk for a little bit, and they're like, oh yeah, I got this going on. They dip out.
Random, do something fun. Yeah.
Andre Iguodala was there playing basketball with them. Random shit.
Bryce James was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Bunch of people.
The chemistry between like Kai, Drewski, and Kevin is like unmatched.
I mean to tell you, I watched almost that whole stream, bro.
Them
live
sleeping over and shit.
Bro, I was in tears. Bro, first second they got there and he was giving him the tour, bro. I wanted to text you so bad because I was dying because they went to the first room that was right next to the room that he usually just streams in. And Kevin Hart was just like, smell like piss in here. Bro, I was dying.
He's like, he's only been here for a couple minutes. And the way you're running this shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, he was like, already smells like piss. Don't like it. I was dying.
He was like, last time I was here, I got home, opened my bag, cockroach looking at me like, thank God.
Yeah. Bro, but yeah, that whole stream was I was in tears, bro. Like every conversation was leading up to just like a joke. It was leading up to something. Like I was just waiting. I'm like, bro, what are they gonna say now, bro? Because every time, bro.
It was so good. But and then just seeing Dashie on there, just pulled the heartstrings a little bit for me. He was good, doing all the usual shit. And then Kai was like, I'm a fan myself. So he knew all the little, he's like, since Mortal Kombat.
He was like, Dashie. Kai. I'm really do like that. Kai.
And he filmed that together. I was like, that's dope. But yeah. It's dreams. For people that grew up watching Dashie, it's like, that's dreams type shit. I thought he was going to pull out some, like, obviously he pulled out crazy celebrities and whatnot, but I was like, he going to pull out like Corey Kenshin or like a Burley. Like, I thought those guys were going to pop out too.
Yeah. I guess it's just because of the idea of like streamers. It's
RDC.
Just like, you already kind of see them so frequently or you know about them. Like, if you don't, I don't know. It's just, I feel like it makes sense. That's the reason why probably he wanted to have people that you wouldn't expect, you know, bigger artists and stuff like that. But maybe he'll probably do something where he has a bunch of other just streamers, you know. But also, just him breaking that record and literally doubling it. Yeah, he more than doubled it. So that's what's up.
But it's dope. Hopefully we can do the same someday.
Yeah.
Keep doing our thing. We'll hop up out of here. This is an extra little longer episode than usual, but it's all right. You guys love being with us, don't you? Don't answer that. Mark, where can they find you?
You can find me. You can find me Instagram, Marky Mark Victor. Where can they find you and etc.
Me at ETC Victor at Realist Header for the podcast. Stuff is always in the description. Appreciate you guys. Happy birthday to Mark once again. We'll see you guys on Thursday for the next Escape the Backrooms video when we finally get up out of here. And we'll see you guys soon.
Peace out. Bye.